Dear students, আজিৰ ভিডিঅ'ত আমি আলোচনা কৰিম নৱম শ্ৰেণীৰ দা ফান দে হেড নামৰ চেপ্টাৰটিৰ যিবোৰ কুৱেশ্যন এনচাৰ আছে সেই কুৱেশ্যন এনচাৰবিলাক আজি তোমালোকক আলোচনা কৰি দিম। তোমালোক সকলোৱে ভিডিঅ'টি শেষলৈ চাবা আৰু কুৱেশ্যন এনচাৰবিলাক লিখি লৈ শিকিবা। যদি কাৰোবাৰ PDF লাগে কমেণ্ট কৰিবা, PDFটোৰ যোগান ধৰাৰ ব্যৱস্থা আছে। ডেছক্ৰিপশ্যনত লিংক পাবা, তোমালোকে তাৰ পৰা ডাউনলোড কৰি ল'ব পাৰিবা। এতিয়া বলা কুৱেশ্যন কেইটা আলোচনা কৰোঁ। এডিশ্যনেল আৰু চেপ্টাৰ ৱাইজ যিবিলাক কুৱেশ্যন আছে সকলোখিনি ইয়াত দিয়া হৈছে। Question number 1. Who is the author of the prose piece The Fun They Had? Answer. Isaac Asimov is the author of the prose piece The Fun They Had. Question number 2. What did Margie write in her diary? Answer. On 17 May 2157, Margie wrote in her diary, "Today, Tommy found a real book." Question number 3. Who are Margie and Tommy? Answer. Margie is a 11-year-old girl and Tommy is a 13-year-old boy who lived in the 22nd century. Question number 4. Where had Tommy found the real book? Answer. Tommy had found the real book in the attic of his house. Question number 5. What is a real book? Answer. A real book is the book which is printed on paper rather than a telebook. Question number 6. What do you think a telebook is? Answer. A book that is not printed on paper but one can be read on a screen is called a telebook. Question number 7. What kind of books did Margie and Tommy enjoy? Answer. Margie and Tommy enjoy telebook or e-books. Question number 8. What part did Margie hate the most? Answer. The part Margie hated most was the slot, where she had to put homework and test papers. Question number 9. How did the country inspector fix the mechanical teacher? Answer. The country inspector found that the teacher's geography sector was geared a little too quick. He slowed it up to an average 10 years level. তাৰপিছত এইবিলাক চেপ্টাৰ ৱাইজ কুৱেশ্যনবিলাক চোৱা। How old were Margie and Tommy? Answer. Margie is 11 and Tommy is 13 years old. Question number 3. Had Margie ever seen a book before? Answer. No. Margie had never seen a book before. She had only heard about the book from her grandfather's grandfather. Question number 4. What things about the book did she find strange? Answer. Margie found many strange things about the book. First, the words remained stationary on the page. Secondly, the pages of the books were yellow and crinkly. Question number 6. Where was Margie's school? Did she have any classmates? Answer. Margie's school was in her house. It was a room next to her bedroom. No, she had not any classmates. She studied by herself. Question number 7. What subject did Margie and Tommy learn? Answer. Margie and Tommy learned geography, history and arithmetic. Margie studied geography and arithmetic while Tommy studied history and arithmetic. 2 নম্বৰৰ 1 নম্বৰ কুৱেশ্যনটো চোৱা। I would not throw it away. Who says these words? Answer. Tommy says these words. 2. What does it refer to? Answer. It refers to the computer screen on which Tommy reads various books. 3. What Is it being compared with by the speaker? Answer. It is being compared to the real book that Tommy found in his house. Question number 2. Sure, they had a teacher, but it was not a regular teacher. It was a man. Who does they refer to? Answer. They refers to the old generation who went to school and studied from a human teacher. What does regular mean here? Here, regular means the mechanical teacher who teach Margie and Tommy. Question number 3, this is what is it contrasted with? It is contrasted with a human teacher. তাৰপিছত 3.1 What kind of teachers did Margie and Tommy have? Answer. Margie and Tommy had mechanical teachers. They were computers which had preloaded lessons on different subjects according to the learner's level. Whenever they malfunctioned, they were repaired by country inspector. Question number 2. Why did Margie's mother send for the country inspector? Answer. Margie was not performing up to the mark in her geography test, so her mother was worried. She wanted the country inspector to check if there was some problem with the teacher. Question number 3. What did he do, or what did the country inspector do? Answer. The country inspector found that the teacher's geography sector was geared a little too quick. He slowed it up to an average 10 years level. Question number 4. Why was Margie doing badly in geography? What did the country inspector do to help her? Answer. Margie was doing badly in geography because the geography sector was a little too quick for an average 10-year student. The country inspector helped by adjusting the teacher. Question number 5. What had once happened to Tommy's teacher? Answer. Once Tommy's teacher was taken away for a month because the history sector had blanked out completely, so Tommy did not do his work in history. Question number 6. Did Margie have regular days and hours for school? If so, why? Answer. Margie had regular days and hours for school. The time was quite fixed except for Saturday and Sunday because her mother had a belief that learning at regular hours helped children to learn better. Question number 7. How does Tommy describe the old kind of school? Answer. Tommy described that in the old kind of schools there was a human teacher who told a few things to the students. The school held in a special building. There were hundreds of students studying and playing together. Question number 8. How does he describe the old kind of teachers? Answer. Tommy describes that all kind of teachers were different from their mechanical teacher. They were human beings, not machines. They asked the students many questions and gave them homeworks also. তাৰপিছত 4 নম্বৰ চোৱা What are the main features of the mechanical teachers and the school rooms that Margie and Tommy have in the story? Answer. The main features of the mechanical teachers that Margie and Tommy have as follows. The mechanical teachers have big black screens on which lessons are displayed and questions are asked. The students need to put their homework and test papers in a slot that is present in the mechanical teacher. The students write answers in punch code and the teacher calculates the result right away. The main features of the school rooms that Margie and Tommy have as follows. In the story, the schools are there in the homes For instance, Marjie's school was right next to her bedroom. The students do not have classmates, they study subjects like arithmetic, history, geography, etc. The mechanical teacher would turn on at the same time every day except on the weekends. Question number 2. Why did Margie hate school? Why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun? Answer. Margie hated school because she felt it boring. The mechanical teacher started the class at the same time regularly. Her teacher was giving her test after test on geography and she was performing badly. She also didn't like inserting homework and test papers in the slot on the mechanical teacher. She thought that the old kind of school must have been fun because it would have had kids from various places of the neighborhood. It would have been so interesting to sit together in the classroom and leave the school together at the end of the day. All the kids learned the same things so they could help each other in the studies and homework. Question number 3. Do you agree with Margie that schools today are more fun than the school in the story? Give reasons for your answer. Yes, I agree with Margie that schools today are more fun than the school in the story. In the story, the school are in the students' homes. This gives no space for interaction between students. Studying from screen and taking up tests sounds boring. Inserting homework in a slot on a mechanical teacher every day is monotonous. Writing answers in the punch codes is even more draining. Learning together in a class gives students a wider view of the people. Students also get familiar with others and learn how to interact and socialize. Getting taught by human teacher is way more dynamic than being taught by a mechanical machine. If there is any issue with any lesson, the student can ask the human teacher then and there. When the student solves homework, she can get help from classmates. That's how the schools today are more fun than the schools in the story. এইখিনি কুৱেশ্যন এনচাৰ এই চেপ্টাৰৰ পৰা তোমালোকক দিয়া হৈছে। তোমালোক সকলোৱে ভালকৈ শিকিবা আৰু ভালকৈ পঢ়ি আগলৈ আগবাঢ়ি যাবা। বাকী চেপ্টাৰবিলাকৰ অতি সোনকালে ভিডিঅ' দিয়া হ'ব। তোমালোকে চেনেলটো ছাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিয়া। ধন্যবাদ থাকিল।